Okay, I think everything's set up. I think we should be good. I pinged and... yeah, there we go. Looks to be good. So... that works. Should be right. Yep. What do you mean? Yeah, codes should supposedly work. We've got a few things to make sure of. Yep, that is still normal. Everything looks to be good, that's enough. Of course. Well, we got something. Still a boring patch. We only got one buff out of it, or rather one thing that actually changes the game. Just to point that out, they only changed one thing that actually mattered. Doggy is a minuscule change at best, since everything is reactable still. Maybe it's 50-50, isn't as bad. But even then, it's still a horrendously worthless patch in my opinion. You changed one character to actually make them relevant. One. One character. Only a single character. Nothing else. Nothing else could be thought of. Let me change. I need to still update something, so I'm gonna put that there. And there. Okay, I need to quickly put the last team, the last one though. Take blue. And we need to go to, which one was it again? Right, this arena. There we go. And now weak beam. You get bombed. With a ninja. Yep, that's gonna happen. Don't activate anything there. And sweep. And there you go. And let's see what happens there. Fine. You do that. But what's this gonna matter? Wow. That was too close. Was too close to them. Get bonked. And we back away. Nothing? No? Okay. Into the ego. We're gonna wait. And up you go again. Yeah, why they slowed it down? I know they slowed that down for a reason. They actually gave it damage, but that's... Come on. It's fair enough. Yes, basically, he attacks way faster than usual now. Only problem is you can't actually use the same combos you did before. Which makes sense though. Nah. The buff is correct. Compared to every recent one, his offense just basically stops after he hits you once. He doesn't get any extreme combos, but nor does he actually get any combos that actually outright just kill the opponent. And he's still slow. In that sense, with a bit of minimal range. He jumps, but it's still, by comparison, it's not gonna help him much. I'm at 9,000, you have to hit me with a strike. And bonk! And Automation being a bit of a defender. Remember, you can still see his strikes. Well, go ahead and brace your breaker. No? Okay. Well, there is a problem. As you can tell, Ninja is weak to Psycho Green to an extent. Not the same way that it usually is. He's just not a multi-attacker. You have a 3, you have a 1, and a 1. That's Ninja. He's not a multi-attacker. Anyone can join. Oh, so that being said though, this is multi-stream to Twitch now as well. Problem is, Twitch is under a situation of, I don't think the explosions work properly.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, there goes that one. Deceptive dash! No, okay. Well, you're out of range. Go back to your corner. Get balked! And back away. No, fine. Not happening there. I'll balk you again. I'm gonna balk you one more time if you don't be careful. Balk! No. You can tell you can still react. And yes, him being a defender is literally showing, is appearing. Do not see how many blocks I'm getting. Get balked! And away with you. Get balked! Bonk the dog. Yeah, he can be caught by strikes, but he also jumps. So guess what? I have reason to believe he could just jump over Black Dragon's breaker. And I don't mean the scream. He also jumps over Korag's assist. Immediately has strike. All these things.
3, 2,
He's likely able to jump over all of those things. Nope. Well, that happened. Not happening. Get blocked! You can't do anything if you need to. Away with you. And get blocked again. I'm going to block at 7 energy, or rather 8. Nope, okay. Up we go. Grenade. Grenade ninja! Okay. Now, just stay in your corner. I'm gonna wait. Which one is he jumping over pumpkin wrappers? Or rather, you mean the recovery? Yeah. Those situations are still stupid why they can't fix the transition frames. Is that thing actually working or not? It might not be showing up properly. Shikawa, send the message on Twitch again, I guess, to see if that actually does its job. Get bonked! And we were out. Nah. At least we still can do an attack cancel, but I don't think it actually will do its job. Who knows? I'm just gonna wait here. Fine! Good. 3,700. Nah, this kills. The thing doesn't. The block does more damage than the strike. No, okay, it works. I just have to make sure both both chats work at both of these are both chats at the same time. Or just to make sure. Whoops. Well, that looked weird. I think you saw what happened there. I think. Yes! Both versions of his super have increased crit chance now, for whatever reason. Why? Who knows? They don't mention it in the patch notes, but we all know that's their way of thinking, yes, this game is already RNG based, so we clearly need to cause more of that in an actual different way. Anyway, get bonked! Get bonked again! And Triceratops was like, I can't even say that. I still keep messing up that wording there. Yeah, okay, here we go. We're on fire. Still on fire. Still on fire. Up we go! Yeah, I don't have a strike. Yeah, I got one strike and then I'm blocking my prime. I just realized, why am I running Tori? No one pointed it out! I forgot Ninja had a block. What the heck? Why did I... It took me how many matches to realize that? Just because of how little I use the assists. Just because I barely use the assists. Yeah, I think I missed it, that's why. Also, I'm pretty sure the whole weird YouTube thing now with that crown thing is more like whoever donated the most recently. Or contributed the most recently. I think is the best way to put it. It's not chat related. Abijit, it's not whoever chatted the most. It's not. Okay, Legacy Boys, stop acting dumb. Okay, more like it is somewhat chat related. Okay. The full description of it, Abijit, is whoever talks the most. And you can boost yourself by donating as well. You basically get to boost yourself. And also the fact that the thing outright broke, but apparently still finding a match is really stupid. Seriously? How? You didn't even load the match for me. There we go. Okay, whoever is currently being the one that's being fought, can you hurry up and end the match? Or this is really what anyway caused. That he couldn't even get into the match either. And there is no match that even exists. Seriously. Listen, the match lasts 100 seconds. It's been more than 100. Are you really sure the music is too quiet? This is the exact same volume as it always has been. How? How are you broken? Seriously? Can you just load already? Apparently the game is broken. It soft locked itself out of the game by failing to load a match, and now we're stuck on the loading screen after restarting the game. They always have to ruin it somehow. I'd rather not swap to the main yet. But I guess I'll bring it up while we wait. Nah, that was literally because of anyone's stupid service. If anything, Black Sun said he joined, but it didn't. He's played many times in the past. Also, the code failed to load. There. That one should supposedly work. Supposedly. It should supposedly work.
Never underestimate the power of ninja.
Well, here we go.
One.
It's just a ninja. Bonk! Never right here. You gotta press it again. And you'll just stay over there. Okay, back away. Just hit the dash. And bonk! Nah. Yeah, at least he has that. There you go. And yes, they also did not include everything in the patch. Just to point out, Adam doesn't have a specific thing. You wanna know what it is? They didn't mention that his flanking frog's damage distribution was changed. They didn't mention that. Yet they changed its damage distribution. I'm sure you guys can notice that it's only doing 307 until it does the final hit. Yeah. See the problem there? Flanking Frog does not do more or less damage. It literally has its damage reconfigured. Like any random crit now does basically nothing. Only if the last hit crits.
2, 1.
Yeah. Zeta dash! No. The main can't even launch. Seriously? It's on the right Wi-Fi, but it's incapable of doing its job in launching. Okay. Bonk! Get down, Triple Strike. Yeah, you don't have to dash. You can just press the attack button. That looks so stupid right now. That literally just looks so stupid right now. Like... And here I thought they could try and animate. They can't even reconfigure and something happened. The people that have to reconfigure the animation style can't even get that right. Doggy's looks horrible, and Leo's one looks like he's dragging the blade for a while. Seriously? If anything, it looks like Ninjady Pink is the next one. A lot of things are pointing towards that. What is wrong with this thing? You're on the right Wi-Fi. Just load.
3, 2, 1.
I can't even get into the onto the main either. Just incapable of doing that right now. That's a car. Okay, I'm gonna have to hit him. You can stay in your corner and freeze. And now I will just stand right here. No, okay. I can just block you once and bonk you twice. And then slash you 3 times. And then freeze you. Now, if you want, I can jump. I can do a very specific thing called standing here. Nope, that's a car. Ah, okay, fine. Can't even dodge. No rotation. No rotation. Let me just refresh this. Maybe there's a random app update. No, there's not. It's just incapable of loading. Be aware, we can add some animated emotes onto Twitch if we have enough followers. You can watch the stream right now on either platform. And with enough watch time and stuff like getting affiliate, that will allow us to add animated emotes to the Twitch chat. Alongside custom emotes there as well. So that means you don't even need memberships on YouTube. Because I can't add custom emotes to the channel on YouTube. That's only something memberships provide, and I can't even do that. So there's an option there to an extent. And get bonked! I'm gonna stay here. Bonked him again! Here, just gonna sit here. No? Okay. Oh, he dashed before. He didn't dash. Okay, he's gonna try and... You know, that really doesn't help you. And did you just get forced to stand still? I feel like they got forced to stand still. I don't know why. Just feels like it. Yeah, no. Get bonked! I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bonk them at 7 energy. Get bonked! And control triple strike. And we'll just back away. Slash them! No. This is gonna hurt. No? Okay. Well, it still continues. No Dane. He will fight enough centuries, because apparently people want to use him right now. Now, let's see who the random 10 people that will get the memberships today are. For the next month, they can get access to the many emotes that we send, that memberships have access to. And like I said, if we get Twitch, we can actually just, you don't have to do anything. Literally anyone is going to be able to access those emotes then. If you are just able to watch on Twitch. So, go ahead. So you get to this thing.
Try irritated nose.
Stupid. Stupid ad. Yeah, you're gonna give me an ad on my own thing. I'll give it a bit more time right after this match.
2, 1, go!
Nope, get bonked! And freeze! No, I wasn't paying attention. I was swapping back to the thing. Yeah, that reached. Okay. Well, he's going to sweep you. And bonk! No? Okay. Well, they got hit by a crit. You know you don't have a block assist, right? Okay. Come on. Gonna be able to think of anything else, or is it just gonna be another assist to engage? As I thought. As I thought. At least you attacked with your leader this time. Here we go. Sin 5. B1, we're about to get lots of spam, so sorry for ears of Black Dragon screaming. Sorry to ears. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, Callista's yet to get it. I think this is Lewis's second time. Yeah. I like to know the answer as well, why they take forever to make a patch. Because clearly, they do nothing for they did nothing for 2 months and they would get a very minuscule patch. That literally changed nothing for a majority of characters. And for the ones that could already fight, yeah. The ones that got buffed, other than Ninja and Doggy, literally meant nothing. They could already fight by themselves. There was no reason for them to get buffed. Simple as that. Those patches, those changes are retarded. A simple change that did not, no one needed to see. No, he is not. Doggy is not a menace. Maybe getting stuck in the box is, but pay attention. Pay attention to his attacks and you realize it's not. Multi-hitters will have a problem because you can't cancel your attack. His breaker is slower, just a reminder. His breaker is just outright slower.
Never underestimate the power of ninja.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. Yes, good job. You landed the attack. And we're not even out the side of the corner yet, so what's it gonna be? Come on. There you go. We run forwards. Just remember that this is why evasive action, or rather these other new assists, apparently have to exist. That's all I can say. All these ones that just get to dodge, even though you're stuck in place. There. No. There really isn't one. If anything, reminder, he lost his breaker combo. Those were specific to characters that actually stagger a little further. He lost that combo. They gave him a bit more damage on his block, if I'm not mistaken. But they also obviously decreased the cost. But going by how they changed its effects, or rather how fast it reacted or attacks, anyone think they actually think you remove the effect when you hit the opponent? Anyone think that that's actually what they think?
The power of ninja.
3,
That's the... That looks a lot... yeah. Dinesh, you can simply input the code. There is no such thing as a region lock. Anyway, get bonked! Nah, okay. Fine, I'll bonk you again. Can't escape this one. Back away. And not to mention characters that actually just have a lot of range, literally don't care about Doggy's box. And that's most of the recent ones. Well, Ribbit Ninja! A reminder that Nick is full screen on his block, so if he was to just stop your attack, he would just hit you. Rush forwards! There it goes. And I think we're done here with this one. And not to mention, Doggy's box is still weak to attacks that just continue forever. Like Ninja's running, will keep running until it either runs out of time or it detects you. The fact that I didn't get to activate it, yeah. I just didn't. I think I was stuck with waiting game. It's real original. Real original. Couldn't even load your match properly. Well, like, pay attention to what happened with Rocky. Reminder, they couldn't even go a few months without him being the way he is. Beware, he was put down to whatever that balancing was, and they couldn't even last a few months without putting him back to being able to deal with apparently being strong. Yet we have old characters that have gone years without being strong at all. Biased much, being retarded at the same time? Yeah. Yeah. Not even V2, we can look at Devon, we can look at Carter, we can look at Phantom Ranger, we can look at Movie Rita, Daishi. Reminder, Daishi got nerfed. Antonio, Preston, Jonathan and Tommy. We're not looking at epics right now. We're looking at legendaries. Just remember that. Dragon Almatrini exists. They lost the license to that. It's not that they got given up, they just lost the license. Why it ended on the in the year when it was New Year's, basically. They lost it in January. Can you load already? The stupid thing to happen, your request timed out and then you couldn't do anything else. What is wrong with you? So, who was the next one? It was Aisha, correct? Be aware, Racial Jason was seen as a problem before. Just remember that. And the way of nerfing him was just giving him a one cost increase to his block to stop his rotations. That's how he was nerfed. That was years ago. Kira. What damage did they nerf? They didn't. What damage did they nerf for Drone Shield Jason? Because there was nothing that was changed in terms of damage. Yeah, he was never really nerfed. He was just adjusted badly. Because the only time he got nerfed is exactly when the health and damage change happened. And that was when every character in the game had their stuff reconfigured. So Korag's expensive costs meant nothing when he barely did any damage. Yeah, no, they didn't bother. The both breakers basically the exact same damage. They didn't do anything with that. Great. I'm not restarting the game. It's gonna be it's gonna lock me out of the same thing again. I'm not allowed to restart the game. There. You never found the match to begin with! Launching the mirroring software. Give it a moment. Thomas, are you actually this? Thomas or Geki, can you guys one of you, I need one of you to monitor Twitch chat. I need you to kill some bots. No, I already saw that. And yes, the green glow is right there, as I said. That's why I was able to multi-stream now. You can see a bit of green glow on me right now. That's the... Yeah. Permanently silence and shoot the bot. We're a team, but I'm just gonna do this. Yep, thank you. Still annoying that the GIF is just bugged. Like, every time it loops, it breaks and then it teleports. Like, how? I've not changed the file. You just outright failed to do your job.
3, 2, 1.
Well, we spin, and no, we cancel. We don't even have to hit you. We stay here, and back away. Tanaku! You dash forwards, and we're gonna get hit by a breaker artery. Up ninja backflip. No. Fine. I did my strike. Get rid of this thing. And let's just charge. Here. Ninja backflip. You can go right into the air. And another ninja backflip. You can't escape this one. Up we go. And we're gonna have to use an underground attack as soon as they try to think about using a breaker. Weep. No. Because it's a breaker trap. It meant nothing. Ninja skills. Not a breaker trap. Yes, their 3 cost is 1. And they can cancel that. If you don't knock me out, you're going to be blasted. Nah, okay. Doesn't even matter if I hit them. They're invincible anyway. We do not care about raids. Thomas, if you see anyone doing suspicious damage, we're killing them. Just need to point that out. Yeah, this is fine. So let me just rotate the screen. I just realized it's actually been a little too far to the right. There we go. Yes, but that's not even the case. There's a more of the epic being broken and not the legendary. Just a reminder that Ollie still doesn't care about his health, while Aisha does. You have very easily given her a simple change and given the health, the super is not health based, but we all know that Dragonometrini also has that same issue. Another legendary. You can explode. Thomas, I was running Tori as well. And you said nothing. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. No! You think you're allowed to act there? No! That's not how it works. Now go into the air! I don't think this will knock out, but actually no, it does. Kick you out. Exactly. No one saw it! Because I barely use assist to begin with, no one cares about looking at my assists. And there I go, getting an injure. It's full screen. You can't have that opinion. Her other one is broken. Everyone thinks Ninja Backflip means to speed up. Do we have to point out that if you don't rotate, you don't have to care about the opponent's health? And especially since if you get caught, listen, people think Aisha's weak. You've never fought one that threatens you with her armor. So understand that. If you claim Aisha as weak, you've never fought one that threatens you with her armor. The only time it really becomes a problem is when you get spammed by underground attack, when you really want your ability to actually poke them. Ninja skills. See, I can recover 2 energy by the time I need to act, and that goes for both of her breakers. We spin! Nah, okay. Well, in the corner. Possibly. That is not helpful at all. Underground! No. Fine. There we go. It's mostly on ladder anyway. Aisha on ladder will actually have more health. And armor by comparison. Yeah, well, they slowed it down slightly. They slowed down that assist slightly. Yes, Geki, we know you rammed the bear with the car.
Suddenly, my journey has begun.
We all saw that.
Everyone around bless me. How could I not?
Which one would that be, Sahil? Reminder that I haven't exactly played within the last few days. Happy up. And exchanging skills. Yeah, knock you away. Come on, back away. So ignore that one. Still can't do anything here. Okay, underground. No. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He rotated his thing because he has Eric. We all know he has Eric. That's an Eric assist. You're gonna use the air. And emergency skills. Ah, as well. Yeah, I can just punch you again. Go to your corner. And we're back away. You're gonna poke with a strike? No? Okay. Ah, there's the poke. Yeah, okay. Bad noise out of that one. Okay, so he has a strike. There it is. Ninja skills. You can go to your corner. Ninja backflip. That might have been a bit of a delayed dash, but up you go. Camera broke. Yeah, audio's desynced with the actual iPad. That's the mirroring software as per usual. Anyway, at that point we can just do this now. You're not exactly answering that, Sahil. I asked you the other thing. What do you mean Twitch broke for you? At best, you probably fought Adam. And that was probably more than 2 days ago.
3, 2, 1, go!
Underground! Wow, of course. Well, I'm gonna teleport away. Shield Darkness! Ninja skills! And away with you again. So now he has his breakers, so I have to hit them first! Away with you again! And I just have to back away. Well, fine. You gotta be fast enough to do that. Yeah, I should've went underground. Well, start them all, you. No. Fine. He's rushing around. But you're not fast enough to stop this one. Now up you go. Underground attack. Emergency skills. And get kicked. Yeah, the alliance though doesn't matter. People can create clone alliances and fake ones. So here, you just have to make sure to keep an eye. The only one that's actually going to be almost impossible for people to copy is in fact the Morpher. So you are correct though. At best though, like I said, you fought Adam. You had to fought at that point. It must have been Adam. I played one match game. Sorry for the desync, but I can't do anything about it. There's the thing right there. There's the main. I can't do anything about that. If it desyncs, it's a mirroring software. I would have to restart the mirroring software to begin with before I have to get rid of the desync. So sorry, but we're gonna have to handle it for now. Here we go. Up underground. You can't hit me. Go to your corner. And Ninja Battler, you better strike. That's a Rito. Up we go. So, Orion? Or what's it gonna be? What's the strike? Well, I didn't rotate. Well, into the ego once. And we're gonna recover from ninja skills. We're not gonna continue. We're gonna stand here. We're back away. And we block again. Underground! Yeah, that didn't help you. You go into the air again. And we're back away. Now we poke. No, we don't.
Perfect. You win.
Yeah, I think it's Twitch only, the bonk thing. So you might want to look for that emote on Twitch. One is screaming in their cage as per usual. Coconut. The other ones don't like being in this room. You basically can just only learn the game on how characters work. Can't really help you. It can't exactly help you with anything else other than you just have to learn and improve your reactions alongside knowing what you need to do. Alongside EP management. Underground! Nope, ninja skills. Mr. Gog's an old release character. Of course he would be not in a great situation. We all know they're never going to give a super to old characters because they rarely can't even do that for a buff. Yep. Once again, you're getting caught. And ninja backflip. Can't escape this one. So up you go. You see by teleporting away with a crescent wave. As I said. But he went right through. Well, away with you. You trying to kick me again or no? Okay, underground. Bit of an early action right there, so off you go. There's Shinobi skills. And there. Or strikes. Yeah, but she doesn't even have an animation there. They just outright scrapped it after they made the model. They made the model, added it to her kit, and nothing happened afterwards. She just outright... Nothing happened. There is no animation. Last match for Aisha. Who's next? The main has been playing since July 2017. The main has existed since then. Dragon Almatrini. Okay. Now what is that?
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Geki. That is specifically related to affiliate. That is not something I can do yet on Twitch. That doesn't exist. When I actually have the ability to do that, we will then be able to add all the custom stuff. Understand? Don't play it often recently because of, you know, retarded balancing. And unplayable characters. You'd like to play something, but the other ones just outright beat it, or they invalidate the kit because they are multi-hitters. Into you go, and again, you could just stay in the air, and then jetty skills once more. Back away.
KO, you win!
We all know anyone's gonna try and just somehow say, yeah, this whole counter situation with this block, we're gonna delete that as well here again. Like, there's literally nothing in the game apparently that wants to exist as an actual counter anymore. They outright just don't want them to exist. Then why is the rock paper scissors thing then to begin with? The one is supposed to be a counter. It's not supposed to attack. It's the same exact thing. It's supposed to be parrying things. It's supposed to block things properly, not just outright attack. There's no such thing as a defensive attack. You're on the offense already. Being ready to defend while attacking, that's literally how you're supposed to do it to begin with. You're supposed to react to your opponent mid-attack. The difference is here, your strikes deflect off blocks, forcing you into hitting yourself in the face or something. I haven't used Eric recently, so who knows? Yeah, we're forced to use the ult. At least it loaded, but still. Yeah, because the game disconnected, I'm running at 60 FPS on the main menu. Look how fast this is. Because the game does not automatically launch in 60 FPS on the main menu. It's only 30 FPS. They force it to. Nah, it's called smooth. It's called smooth. Who's after Dragonometrini? Blaze. Ah, okay, fine. Setting that up on the main. I'm gonna jump. Okay, I'm jumping again. No, you don't get to reach me. That's a block. Well, stay in your corner and make a launch right here. This is still working on that one, but I think Ranger Slayer has ruined it. No, stay in your corner. Stay over here. Okay. No? Okay, Korak. Do your thing. Like, keep them out of my corner. We jump him! Nah. Okay, that didn't help. Well, I'm gonna poke him. That's not a poke. Can't escape that one, so we'll just jump away with a Shield of Darkness. You've been caught. It hits high enough. And no, not good enough break a trap. Can't do anything there. Okay, well that didn't work. Bonk. Block it. A little early, but we can do this before the energy reset. There we go. Go back away. Slap them. Okay, can't slap them. Okay, we can get stunned here. What if I just? It worked! Sorry, Thomas, but we got what we needed. We got what we needed. There, we have pleased the Dubyudge. Yeah, just get anyway to do their job and actually make the characters playable again. And then you'd actually get more videos because it'll actually give me a reason to play. I was hoping there'd be a decent chunk of actual characters being playable again, able to actually fight by themselves, but no, they only changed one that actually mattered. I still don't count Doggy. Why? Because he actually could hit hard still. And his whole box gameplay is different from every other character. So he still doesn't count. Nope. Why would they place? You either exploit that thing wrong, I don't know what. Anyway, as you can tell, it's two low health super characters fighting right now. Well, we jump! No. Okay. Okay. No recovery. Okay. Yeah, you're not hitting me. That forward dash does not help. Okay. BZM, you need to be more specific also. What do you mean by placed randomly? Do you mean that some bones are just pointed upwards? Be aware they're not supposed to be in relation to how a bone actually looks. The only point that matters is the point that moves, okay? So the bone is there's a circle, and then there's a a pyramid to another sphere, whatever. The only one that matters is that sphere. If that one's in place already, the rest of the bone does not matter. The thing can be pointed anywhere, but it still rotates accordingly. That's how it works. That's how their skeletons look. if they're placed randomly, as in it's just randomly not even anywhere correct, that's not how it's supposed to work. Or rather, it's not supposed to work like that. It's the way that I already just described it. The dot is the only thing that matters.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, block. Well, that happened. It's the animation software that, or rather it's a very concerning way of going about thumbnail creation. It's just a more, the game itself, because of Android, or rather BlueStacks in this case, you can access the game's files. Proper exporting has allowed for, or proper usage of the files have allowed for the ability to just outright take the files and throw them back into Unity. Not the source code, but actually just the files themselves, like the models. So it just allows me to just outright take the model from the game and then just use that. Well, you can't run! Listen, I'm not even gonna go into the air anyway. And then the one screen looks like you jump over it. It's just still there, and then she just jumps in the windscreen. You throw the projectile, but it doesn't matter. Also, be aware to the person using RJ, you don't need the taunt on him anymore. They removed that requirement, so now basically be careful. Try to avoid the taunts because they can throw your game off now, as you would be able to use your super a lot sooner if you don't accidentally queue up the taunt as if you were to use the old RJ. Yeah, that is correct, PCM. Nah, listen, the thing is though, I've used projectile clashes before, but you have to add a lot of extra things. I've done many different clash thumbnails. There's well over 700 of them. Nope, sorry. Your breaker is slow. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, I'm hitting him on the head. Ah, that's on me. I should have stood a bit further away. Jet rush! Back away, jet rush again! There's really no reason to do that, but I just... Why not? Yeah, no. I was gonna land in the projectiles to begin with. And that's sad. That was sad! Okay, also, going by this, we have enough complaints in chat. 1 match per person! 5-match rule disabled. It's 1 match per person. Only once the code has been up for an entire minute, you're allowed to take the code. Because we've had enough complaints in chat now. Here you go. 1 match per person. Okay? The Ishikawa, here's the Rubik's Cube. Sorry, I think I may have missed that thing for a while. Read below. Read below.
3, 2, 1.
Alright. Both. Up we go. Reminder, these are the exact same skeletons fighting each other. 3. Nice bit of a backdash, but it really doesn't help you in the end. This Black Dragon does not have anything else useful. Maybe the backdash, if you don't rotate at all, can be a double scream. But that's all it has. It's all you can do. You want the projectile to travel, but that's going to be after you throw the beam. Up you go. Maybe a backdash after tail whip, but you'll have to get lucky, or rather you have to actually know you're going to get a double shout. Otherwise the beam is going to be horrendously worthless. Scream. We jump. No? Anyone else want to see something sad? You don't have this. You don't have something like that. I haven't seen many. The only one I've really saw the entirety of is Samurai. But that was years ago. I've seen bits and pieces here, I've done a charge. I saw this few starting episodes of Beast Morphers. Why they were horrendous at doing their job, I don't know. Well, actually, I just remember this. The whole Beast Morpher situation, or it was a different show entirely. I can't remember it, actually. I can't... It was either Beast Morpher or some other show that kept replaying the first episode. Like I said, I saw bits and pieces of Dino Charge. They didn't actually watch the season. All I know is that I can watch them eventually. Most of the stuff is on their YouTube, which allows all the older stuff is on YouTube. So we can easily just... More recent ones will obviously need Netflix, but yeah. Jet Rush! And we won't. I'm gonna teleport away with Shield of Darkness if you don't stop me. Okay, well that's sad. I didn't see Cam in time. Gonna kick me? So you kind of just threw yourself into that trap yourself. Don't use Cam again. You did not have to play the sound so many times. So 2 breakers. Yep. No, 2 strikes and then a breaker. Get rid of this. Away with you once. And we do this in your face. Let's see if you pay attention. Yeah, you are. Sad part is... It wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered what I pressed. I would have to have been locking on the strike a second time. Or, you know, the breaker not being blocked off. You know, I'm looking at it right now. Dragonometrini's primary strike needs to be changed to stagger. I believe there's technically a time limit to an extent. Great, we all know the match connected, and it broke again! It quite obviously can. It's not invincibility though. We know we're not going to get into the game. Move on to Blaze. Yeah, look at that. The game thinks it found a match. Yeah, that's the VOD sync. Well, necessary evil. You know what we're gonna do here? Breaker! Nah, okay. You really need 3 times? This is just because you clearly can't get the other assist. That is sad. And then you don't see it. Well, go away. And now you lose your assist slot. Well, good luck. You can poke me and that's all you can do. Yep, see what I mean? You can poke, and that's all you can do. Dodge out of range, necessary evil, and you get cut. That exploded.
KO, you win.
Fine, PTM, go ahead. Just send it now already. Easier, and I can respond to you right now. Right. Go ahead and send it somewhere. One, two, three, four, five.
2, 1.
I'm just gonna poke you. Fine! My foot reached. Yeah, hello, Mastodon. Do we really need to see those crits? Stop! You don't need that attack anymore. Okay. So they have nothing but blocks and... yeah, no. Okay. Great. That's sad. Weakness lost because they pressed it first. Away with you. Another one. There, no assist slot. And they still get to reach. Okay, I'm getting blocked. And blast away into super. Yeah, you can't even get up. Can't even get up. You do not really care about the team combination. I had the ability to interrupt them, but I hit me first. What did Lewis do now? What did he do? You've done that as well! And this person. Stupid.
2, 1.
You waited 5 matches, but you didn't exactly wait long enough for the actual rule. Well. We're stunned. You really always have to be stuck with that one? I thought you would have something else. Okay, up you go. And away. You give me your energy and I back away. Yeah. Poke. Yeah, no, I'm blocking that assist slot of yours. No assist slot for you. You've got nothing but breakers. And a primary strike and block that don't do anything. Well, violent cuts. Get swept.
KO. You win.
Weird I didn't even appear for me. Ah. Right. Right. Anyway. Who's after Blaze? We'll give Dragon Treaty one more of her match because we didn't get to connect. No one else on the list at all? Fine. We'll have to see about Doggy. Team battle's supposed to begin in 2 minutes though, technically, for rather 10 minutes. Sent the screenshot in friendlies. That is correct. They're not all over the place. That is correct. As I said, PCM, the bones only part that matters is the dot. You can say if you're this. You can pretend this is a sphere at the bottom. That's the only one that matters. Okay. Ow. Well, up you go. Now we're back away. Because like I said, go into pose mode and you can actually see if things work correctly. They still work correctly. Very easy to check these things by just using pose mode. That's on me for dashing. We'll try that again. See? It works. Strike? Yeah, yeah. Breaker. No breaker. No breaker yet. Scream away. Jet rush. Nah. Okay. Well, he reset his EP. Mega launch. And beam in your face. You survived. But no. Yes, that super does less damage than the heavyweight slam. Like I said, use pose mode, just use any of the bones, just drag them with rotate. You'll see which bone, how they rotate. That little sphere, then the pyramid, and then at the top you would see a whole dot. I'm gonna use this as an example because that's the easiest way to show it. Yeah, the problem with that, Thomas, is it's still just an old one. Old character. The alt does not have doggy. Okay. Anyone else want to deal with stupidity? So we have to show it. We have to show the thing anyway. The Conjurer of Ice and the Night Wolf need to take care of this weird-looking monkey.
Three, two, one, go!
We slide! Yep. And now we can get frozen. Okay. Well, here we go. We slide! And up we go! Grenade! I'm not sure if that was where. Kushida combo! We recover, and we... No? Okay. See what combos you can get. Yeah, that just happened. One! Slide! Up you go! And explode. The other worst part about it is I was gonna hit you with another... I was gonna hit you with a breaker. The fact that I got blocked off didn't really do anything. I was going to hit you with a breaker after that, because you can recover 1 energy. You heard me. You can recover 1 energy before you need to hit them with the slide. Acrobatic monkey, recover 1 energy, slide. Acrobatic monkey. But be aware they did change another thing. Rocky does not continue on armor anymore. They nerfed him in that aspect. Without mentioning it anywhere. Team battle's supposed to begin in 8 minutes, because I did start late.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sweep. Nope, okay. Rush in with a block. Let's see what you can do. You do less damage on this attack. What the heck is that damage? I'm sorry, the patch notes I think are lying. $900, $500. Okay, you're not in the middle of a block anymore, Rocky. We don't care about the results. I'm more confused of why that damage looks wrong. They reconfigured it, but I think they lied and were just retarded again with their numbers. Nah, he's out of the block animation by then. 400, 400, 900, 500. That isn't how math works. No, I don't care about our Geki.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, let's see here. Bit of 1,000 and then that. I need to pay attention to my health first. Okay, so I need the exact health before I start this thing. So I'm gonna restart again. I'm gonna restart that again and then just get my health before the savage shots. Okay, so this one, we're gonna get hit by Savage Shot here. $18,300. 18,300. It has less damage than displayed. Also, I really should just be pausing it more than anything else. I'm gonna pause it properly this time. As I said, that is not how math works. That's doing less damage than displayed. Because they're too stupid to get this thing right. If anything, atoms might have been nerfed as well, and they don't even want to show it because they redistributed the damage in such a way that it does not actually do that. 18,384 minus 2,644. Yes. Wow. Just like Ryan couldn't get his proper buff, Ranger Slayer gets loses more damage than what she was supposed to. You idiots can't do anything right! Because they rush it every time. They did nothing. This is literally just proves that they did nothing for 2 months. They have been working on anything. They've been doing nothing. Why do you think everything's wrong with their balance patch? Missing information alongside horrendously bad coding. Alongside can't even buff or nerf your characters right accordingly at all. You can't even get any of them right. Not a single one of them. Long ago, they couldn't even, it's not even new anyway. They couldn't even get the right buff to Titanium Ranger. Reminder, his kick actually was supposed to get a massive boost in damage. But they barely gave him anything. No, Richard, it's not that. You do less damage on your savage shots. I was more confused why you didn't do the correct number. Like, seriously, the last volley of arrows into the next arrow doing incorrect damage kind of threw me off for the rest of the match. Like, where's your damage? If you really want another proper match, you can enter the code, because I was more concerned of that instead of focusing on the fight. Anyway, we can't even use the ult anymore. Now we're stuck waiting. You guys might as well start setting your teams up. 2,644. That's the actual value. You guys can set your teams up. Let's see here. I'll be using the ult to host. I'm going to play with the main. Watch. It's going to fail. See? Failed. I'm just going to use this for now. We're going to use this screen. We can't use Ethan assist with Ethan because he's got a block already. And in terms of Tyson, we can't give him his own assist because Ethan is not allowed his. I mean, the problem is, what would Tyson use? 6 ranges? Or silver? Silver versus blue. We'll just do that. Or is there a problem? Silver and white versus blue? Silver counts as titanium or all those other things. Be aware. All silver like that. Robo Knight, technically. So, what's the thoughts there? Random. This is what's being murdered right now. I said blue. Every blue. Light blue, dark blue, blue, anything. We'll just do that. Versus silver. We'll allow white as well. Anyway, you guys can set your teams up while we're waiting for the ult to open again. Blue, 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 Ethan. Let's see here. We can do a troll, and I'm gonna try and do that, even though it probably won't matter because of Tyson's way that he works. I'm not allowing Ollie. I do not want to see idiots constantly relying on him. I know that Tyson has a 12 frame strike starter, but we're not allowing Ollie to begin with. Anyway, Tyson, you will get... You need a block. Do we have a block? Because we kind of might have to use Alyssa. Oh yeah, also no doggy for Ethan. No doggy. I can already tell people are going to be very trigger happy on using doggy to start things because of him being fast. I'm trying to stick to silver first and putting white as the second priority. But I guess so. However, the other assist, we'll go with Gemma. Wherever she's hiding. Silver and white for Tyson, with blue ranges for Ethan. Heckle counts as blue, in this case dark blue. He looks blue. I know he's not really. But that's all it is. Okay. Those are the team setups. Let's see, is this loaded yet? Yeah, we've been working trying to get to set up the teams, and look what this thing's still doing. Ninja's fine. Ninja is allowed, but at that point you're just replacing the breaker. I'm using Preston. Just remember that Preston exists. I'm using Heckle because I want to troll the Tyson. Yes, and we would have Blake would have been an option if he wasn't a block. Yeah, obviously any blue, as I mentioned. Even a reminder that Billy assist exists. You can use Mighty Morphin Billy. You can use Blue Centurion. Ninja. Kaya. Sky. You have all those ones. Do we allow Camdor? I'm not sure. It's an Operation Overdrive, so I don't think so. If you have Chun-Li, you're also allowed to use her. Both versions. Ollie's the only one that's not allowed. And Doggy. Coda exists, but he's not gonna do great. Did this thing load already? Wrong one. Yes, it clearly timed out. Yes, that's very clearly what happened. That is very much what very did happen. I'm doing one auto off. Good luck to anyone that's gonna fight it. While we wait for the ult to load again. Hey, it's not that, Thomas. It's faster than Orion. It's just the fact that he spawns far away.
Three, two, one, go.
Here we go. Ah, wasn't even point blank anymore. Fine. Okay, Geki. Here we go. Here we go. Tail up again. Enemy. Can't escape it. Into the corner you go. You got hit sooner than you were supposed to. Go into the air. You're gonna recover for a breaker. Yep. You have to crit. No crit. One tail lap. Stump! A headbutt! No. Yeah, he's just mostly gonna be used for other things. If you really want to allow him, fine. He's still a legendary. I'm just saying the whole problem with it is more like what it can be used for. Listen, we do not talk about that worthless skin. It is one of the most worthless skins in the entire game. It shouldn't even exist. Other than Hunter being a skin, all the Psycho Rangers that are skins are worthless. And they're stupid looking. The only one that's allowed to have ever been a skin is Psycho Silver. And that's just because it doesn't exist and it is just a costume for Zane. But Psycho Blue, being a skin on Psycho Green, is worthless. For many reasons, alongside the fact that he doesn't use an axe. Psycho Yellow? No. Psycho Black? Same thing. All of those are worthless. They're not worthless because of what character they are. They're worthless because they got rid of a character slot. That's why they're worthless. Can you load already? We can't even start the theme because this stupid thing can't even load the game. Helmetless Doggy isn't that horrible because it's still Doggy just without a helmet. It looks horrible, but it's not horrendous compared to Hunter or the Psycho Rangers. Psycho Monster Green is perfectly fine. His character just needs an improvement. Especially since technically that's still just Psycho Green. They're the only skin in the game that ever had visual effects, but currently it's broken. Do I have to show this on screen as to why it doesn't want to load? Because that's what the ult is doing right now. The main is still working perfectly fine. Listen, Massimo Tommy is a wasted character slot. He is the opposite. He shouldn't exist for multiple reasons. We all know he's a worthless reused animations with horrible animations alongside it. A reminder, his reused animations don't even have their weapons! Do you need any more help? They have nothing. Yeah, not to mention that. The entirety of Master Morphotomy is also... He's just M. Bison Skeleton. And you wanna know something else? His fingers aren't actually horrible on the rig. They just don't match. So they're following M. Bison's animations. They didn't fix it. They look horrible because they don't know how to... They didn't bother trying to fix it. They just reused his stun and all those other animations as to why his fingers break. Everything is correctly rigged about the skin. To an extent. But when it comes to the actual skeleton and animations, it's horrendous. Everything about the animations are horrible. Richard, my main can launch perfectly fine. It's right there. He does not have a unique get-up. That's M. Bison's get-up. The fact that the main is able to get in but not the ult, while the ult is one on the Ethernet, is just because of anyways failure to do anything. If anything, the whole likelihood is just the ult being on a whole emulator, which is why it's probably breaking the game. Persona 3 Island Fortress. We'll start with the opponents picking Tyzon, please. Yes, but at least these are common. And they're still good animations. But they still had no reason to be a copycat. Persona 3 Island Fortress. Tyzon teams, join. Yankee. We already established it's called Shark Sword. But just blame the whole thing. And not to mention they have an entire super move to pull from. It was used right in one of the episodes. The problem is that would be an install super with the finisher. That would be an option, and I forgot to, I need to disable the mirroring software. It's two audios at once. Oh no. You hear it twice. You know, actually, I can just mute this. Give me a moment. There we go. There we go. Triceratops strikes. No. Okay. Shield disruptor. No. And he has a super. He's been using the primary. Okay, frontal horn. Presto Friezo. Okay. Well, now I'm, you can't hit me into the air. This is what I mean. Understand that. Also, I should have reset it. Reduce damage. You'll have to make sure to delay your attacks if you want to knock me out. Yeah. Poke him. Throw this. Want to see a little funny thing? Okay, that'll happen. Yeah, and I just reset it. Didn't matter what I did, I reset it with a block.
You win.
I muted the iPad. That's on me. Everything is loading. Yep. Try that again. I simply muted the iPad, but I can actually just outright turn the mirroring software off.
Three, two, one. Go.
Try that again. Great. iPad lagged. Okay. Shield Disruptor. Triceratops power. I can finally land the breaker, which I never used once last time. Go to your corner. Move back away. Nothing. And breaker. Yep. Get rid of this block. Slowed the game down, but I don't know if that even means anything. Fine, you take the risk. You take the risk thinking I'm gonna have my breaker instead of my block. Really. Fine. Nope, you get caught, and we poke. There's your block. We stab them first! No. We're out of range for most of it. Get rid of that. Spam this. Wow. Fine, breaker again. Let me guess, you gonna get the strike? Yes, because we clearly need to see that breaker twice.
You win.
The only way he could have done enough damage. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He would not. But how they do things, it's not going to do that. He may have been the most advertised ranger because that was around the time they actually outright just threw advertising everywhere to do with samurai. But any other thing? Yeah, that's not happening. They're not going to do that. Simply put, whatever they're going to try and do, they're going to try to make it very flashy, but they're not going to do that stupid boring thing. They're not going to be able to sell enough of him because no one likes him. If Lauren was released later, she probably would have been the one picked instead, going by her popularity apparently. Yeah, who knows? I can hold there. Anyway, I guess we'll just be doing a very specific thing. Here you go. You get caught. Drive blaster. You can stay in your corner. And we're back away. Nope, we armor. Hey, you may have hit me, but I also hit the armor. A little early on that one. And another block. I am not the defender in this fight game. Not the defender. Back away. That's a block. You've been blocked again! We're gonna hit you with a drive detector. Anyone else notice how I got another block? Again. Yeah. Yay! I didn't get my damage. Doesn't matter what I did there. Thomas. Reminder that Leo still beats non-gimmick teams. You can get caught in the middle of his breaker, but you're gonna need a single hit, multi-hit strike that doesn't just outright put the opponent on the ground. Try this again.
2, 1.
Don't be stupid, Tyson. Here you go. No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna armor that. Here. In your face. Interrupted. Drive blaster. Stay in your corner. With that one, we have to back away. No. Great. Okay. Just another block in my primary. That I didn't end up using. Okay. Here. Okay, fine. Taking the risk there. Uh-huh. Up you go. Apparently it's not gonna do anything.
KO. You win.
Really? Doing what's required, but I'm getting stopped. Because something is clearly not showing or appearing right today. Yes, great job. Takes the risk after I get rid of it, even though I'm supposed to have another block anyway. Gets block spammed. Doesn't give me the attack. So be warned to the person using ties on. Do not be stupid. The name is familiar, reminder what they do. There we go.
3.
Remember the rules, otherwise you're not allowed to represent the character. Alright. Let's see. Here's our block. Nothing happened there. There's a strike. Blocked off primary, but the middle slot has actually got their damage. Get the crit, and here we go. Rush forward for a stab, which reach. Ah, they're getting launched. And try to strike. Stay in your corner. And we got Ethan backing away. There's Gemma. Stabbed. Goes to the corner again. And nothing happens after. Nope, interrupted. Drive blaster. Straight into the corner. And from the horn. It's interrupted. Spun. And Triceratops. Well, there it goes.
KO. You win.
The thing is already exported correctly, PCM. You might want to just do that. And also, you're going to need all the characters, like the graph holders and the character model itself. Like, you'll need the combat, skeleton, and then you have to export merged while selecting them both. On to the next match, which we still took forever to load everything.
3, 2,
So here we go.
go.
Nope. We got an instant overdrive kick. So there you go. And let's see. Nope, interrupted. No Triceratops for you. Both. And we slash. What next? Interrupted once again because I was standing too close. We'll Dry Blaster getting some stacks and some damage onto Ethan for... while he's getting closer to his armor. There we go. Interrupted. But he cancelled for some reason. Well. He didn't move forwards at all. Not even. Just nothing. Interrupted. Can't use overdrive kick this time. Another 2-0 for Ethan. Apparently I was just incapable of using him. Here we go. Well, Like I said, just barely incapable of using him. Not happening. Let's try it again. So be it. Try to X1 Andros. You'll need the RNGM combat. Look for that file. And you need all of Andros' weapons and other things, all those things.
3, 2,
There, here we go.
go!
Blocked. Did not dash forwards from Biozone. Stab. Nope, nothing happened. Interrupted. Way to the corner. And both. Blocked. And shield disruptor. And Triceratops strikes. No Rhino Stampede from Bison. Twice. Bit concerning. Yeah, you'll be able to do the final one if Thomas actually does his job and wins. Because I was incapable of doing that. Well, he can try and do a one-shot here if he gets it right. Overdrive kick to the corner. And Drive Blaster. Nothing. Okay. Well, this looks like it's going to be a setup for Geki. I think maybe Mercury Overdrive can force that armor to reset before he gets his super. He did not do it right. Well, let's see. Waiting. And the last hit does most damage. Not good enough, though. Nope. A little too far away. You made yourself reactable.
KO, you win!
The armor is 50%, remember that. You're going to need to delay it. In this case, it probably might be in a Mercurian armor after they did something. I was expecting the punt. Sad. Well, on to the next one. It's either gonna go horribly, or it's gonna work.
2, 1, go!
Nothing. Pulse. It's a block. Stab. A launch. And away. The block here. Goes for a nope. We got a single stack, but Ethan's still stuck in the recovery. So instead of getting the hit, Tyson just bounces right off. Got block, yep. Another Mercurian armor for another set of stacks. Stabbed. Breaker. Launched. And slashed. Triceratops strikes after resetting energy. Okay, so nothing there. Got an overdrive kick. Yes, it's a full-on 50% armor boost. Why would it be a random 45%? And nope. That reached.
KO, you win!
We'll allow Abuja to represent Tyson once. But in the looks of it, Ethan's apparently the winner. See, but then if we wanted to swap it around, we can count this one as the last set. You're still gonna need to try and win, Abuja, so go ahead. Go ahead and enter, but we'll see. Yeah, he stabbed the air, but he just lunged forwards far. Try that again, Abuja, get in. We'll need the final Ethan user. Let me find the theme that'll work. Meh, I know what we need. Because why not? Armor! Here we go! Final one begins.
2, 1, go!
Interrupted once. Goes for a slash again, but doesn't hit the block. Drive detector. It's 1-3. Yeah, that's the thing. We know that already. But we'll see if Mita can actually win the Tyson. That's kind of the requirement. Is Onkar lagging or something? His movements look very sluggish, and he's teleporting on the spectator side of all things. How is he teleporting to the spectator? Not being considered yet. Yeah, we're not gonna count rotation at all for you, Thomas, because that doesn't matter. Otherwise, mine would count as well, but we don't care. He's resetting it, but it's not doing much. In fact, not all of it's gonna be blocked. That's going away 1,000 damage from the last hit. Activates it again. Ninja! Yeah, no. Onkar is being a bit sluggish right now. Lagging. Can we even consider this a fair one then? He still managed to press the ready button before me. We're not going to get back into this, are we? We're not going to get back in. Three, 2, 1. The game is looking for the previous match to end. Mita and Onkar, please close your games. Completely close your games. Both of you. I don't know. That answer cannot be done, Geki. So how's the Twitch version been doing? Can we get some viewerships up on that before we end? Connection failure because of N-Way servers being horrendous. I don't know what they did wrong, but they clearly can't maintain anything. Like I said, they don't know anything about the game anymore. The only thing they can do is animate it, but I don't even think they're even paying them right. Going by this, they're probably outsourcing the animation team. It's completely out of the studio. They're just asking specific people to animate specifically like a team combo type effect. They probably use that, and then they probably use a reference. Who knows? Do they even hire animators anymore? It's not the network. It's just N-Way. Do I have any questions, really, that might have actual thing to do? Be aware, technically with the Twitch stream going, if there's enough viewers there, you'd be, anyone without memberships, literally I would be able to add a custom emote. I said this a long time ago in the earlier of the stream. Get enough followers, enough viewership for that one. It basically just needs me to stream more times, and then I'll actually be able to give you the guys the actual ability to use the custom emotes without having to be a membership, because be part of the memberships, because that Twitch just allows that once on your channel. So we just wait. The stream is going because I'm multi-streaming now, but yeah. Oh no, it's already spread to Thomas. Thomas has already been corrupted. Well, at least we're busy listening to play the hero. Be aware, this is technically a ninja song, which is very sad. Which quite literally fit Rocky on his release. When he did the acrobatic monkey, the specific fight like a tiger, walk in the park. It happened during acrobatic monkey of all things. This really has to take forever. I can't speed this up, people. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Thomas? Are you going to be speaking to yourself now or something? You're trying to make conversation with yourself by using the chat on screen. Like over here. Or I don't know. No, I have not bothered, Khaled. If I actually knew the algorithm, I probably would have been solving one already. All I'm doing is messing around with it to actually take time to get through the thing. That's not gonna work, Onkar. We've done that already. Once it's ready, it'll choose when I'm allowed to enter the game again. Which one was this again? Nah. Save intoxication. Nah, we'll go with this one instead. We have to wait. Well, we saw the name, we're done. We're finally back in. Abhijit, Onkar, I'm hoping your game's not lagging. We're about to enter the final theme again. We're not counting the first match because of outside influence from Onkar. And no, we have not. Wow. Yeah, maybe I have something better nearby that wouldn't accidentally break something if I drop it. That's still something I can easily catch. Doesn't look like it. The book. Gotta proceed to just drop. We're in! Onkar, another one. In the game you go. You got scared by reading. And let's see the rooms. DK boss, please do not join unless your tie's on or Ethan. We're trying to finish the theme battle. We're not even allowed to be continuing. I'm 20 minutes late. Audio's still fine, right? Jackie, that was 2 days ago. Jackie, you invaded my kitchen 2 days ago. You did not need to leave to sit on the wall after that. Here we go. Let's try this again. Took forever to get back in. Nope, interrupted. And Drive Blaster. Fire them. Then we go back away. We go with Mercurian armor. Nope. We go with Shield Disruptor to interrupt. Or another Shield Disruptor. And Triceratops. With that one, launch to the corner. And a hit. Tyson goes for nothing. That looks weird. I don't know why, but the red bar disappeared way quicker than it should have. Interrupted, can't do anything. Nope, Drive Blaster. Into a Drive Detector. Yeah, punch on this 2 times, and launch. Now we back away. Lag Spike. Stab once, stab twice. Yeah, another Triceratops combo. Yeah, stab again. The camera broke, there was an attempt to input. The camera completely broke, so there was an attempt to input. You don't want to do that, Geki. You don't want to do that. Anyway, as per usual, there's the loading complete. On to the final one. You just don't want to. Okay? You don't want to. Here we go. On to the next one. Again. Who will win this? Who knows? Got drive detected, which will probably get in. Yep, interrupt the vehicle. Nope. Missed. Reminder that thing dodges projectiles, so you can always use overdrive kick to dodge things. It's basically similar to Taylor's strike. You know, multiple other strikes that didn't have this whole rush forwards is the only way to dodge things. Interrupted. And no. Interrupted again. I mean, the whole thing is, Geki, reminder that if you were to come to South Africa, you'd hate every game you play. You wouldn't handle the lag. You wouldn't want to deal with it either. We block him, we stun, and we Triceratops. We launch. And slash them down. Go without. Another. We go with a poke. And Tyson goes for Merrick. For a stun. With that, recovering some energy into a drive detector. And launch. Goes for some armor from Ethan. Armor's damage is completely reduced. But will it be enough? Armor's back up. Reset. And stabbed. Even if we were to count Tyson's win, Ethan just took 2 in a row. Even if we were to count Mita's current win. So... yeah, I think Ethan takes that one. Yeah, So, Ethan proved to be better, and I'm the only one who lost with it, with him. Yep. I am incapable of playing that today. It's not a free shield, it's just armor, and it's a full-on, it resets your EP, so it's not free. When you press the button, your EP regen restarts. In this case, yeah, there goes Tyson taking a loss. Yep. So, I think that's everything. We are 15 minutes over time, but that's because Anyway broke everything today. So those that actually wanted to play things, get Anyway to fix their game. Get Anyway to actually do their job, because they don't do it for 2 months. They do it maybe 3 weeks vacation, 1 week working, because they don't do anything else. The only hard part about it is the animation and the rigging, probably. Not rigging. Animation and the and creating an actual model. The rigging is easy. The fact that they messed that up so badly says a lot. But for now, yeah. For 2 Sundays, yeah, they ruined it. Abijit, you lost as well. Even if we were not to include their match at all, it's still 1-3. I'm not the one who lost with Ethan, which is the sad part. So I was incapable of using it. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for those that joined. Multi-streams might be more often during the week for getting Twitch into affiliate. And then we can have emotes there, and since you're on both at the same time, it won't really be missed. Because it's just multi-streaming in general, which is good. Thank you for those that joined, and yeah, the whole weird crown thing that YouTube has now is just based on chatting amounts, as well as it resets every stream. Like whoever chats the most gets the crown, and whoever donates the most also gets the crown instead, because the donations apparently boost you further. Because that's what the XP thing says. So by the end of today's stream, it is Lewis with 375 XP and Geki, and Ishikawa with 225, and Abijit 225 XP. Everyone's even. Thomas does not exist on this list at all somehow. He's not opt-in or something. I don't know. Something's off. Weird. Man, good job to those that played. Sadly though, Anyway's connection did not help us. So yeah. Goodbye. Yep. There's the buttons. There it is.